6:45 a.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news, edited by J. Yogaraj and read by Mario Vijayavardhana. The headlines. The President says new reforms are vital for the country's economic recovery. The midday meal program for grade 1 to 5 of government schools will commence today. The inaugural program will be held this morning at the Narayanpeta Sujata Girls' School under the patronage of President Ranil Wickremesinghe. Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena says a gradual development program is being implemented by the government irrespective of the political party differences. State Minister Janaka Wakkumbura says 50 tourist attraction sites will be developed in each local government area this year. Former President Maithripala Sirisena has informed the CID that he will appear before them today to make a statement over his comments on the Easter Sunday bomb attack. In news overseas, Russia, Ukraine may intensify offensives following Moscow attack. In sports news in cricket, Vishwa Dhananjaya coming to heroics edge Sri Lanka closer to victory. President Ranil Wickremesinghe emphasized the necessity of a new economic reform program for the country's economic recovery. He urged collective support from all the citizens to prevent the next generation from inheriting the hardships of past economic crises, the President's media division said. The President reminisced about inheriting a country others were reluctant to lead, highlighting that while some focused on their political aspirations, his concerns were committed towards the welfare of the nation's future. President Ranil Wickremesinghe made these remarks while participating in a friendly discussion organized by the United Youth Union on the theme Future of Our Youth. The event took place yesterday in Polonnaruwa. During the conversation with the President Ranil Wickremesinghe engaged in discussions too with the youth, focusing on the future and the vision of the country. The President addressed various issues raised by the youth and provided solutions during the session. During the event, President Ranil Wickremesinghe asserted that the populace would reap the rewards of the government's ongoing economic reform endeavours within a few years. He stressed the importance of the nation's youth determining the trajectory towards a brighter future for both themselves and the country. The midday meal program for grade 1 to 5 of government schools will commence today. The main objective of this exercise is to improve the nutrient and health standards of primary school children. The Minister of Education, Susil Premajayant, said the midday meal will empower mental strength and strengthen the mobility of school children. This program will cover even the schools with less than 100 students, the Minister added. Accordingly, around 1.6 million students from island-wide schools will benefit by this program. The government spent 16.6 billion rupees for this purpose. The cost of a midday meal per student has increased to 110 rupees. The inaugural program will be held this morning at the Narayanpeta Sujata Girls' School under the patronage of the President, Ranil Wickremesinghe. State Minister Janaka Wakkumbura says 50 tourist attraction sites will be developed in each local government area this year. A sum of 1 billion rupees has been set aside for this project. The infrastructure facilities will be developed under this project. The Ratnapura Urban Park will be developed under this project at a cost of 105 million rupees. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Dermatologists are terming the increased spread of the tinea fungal infection as an epidemic. They warn fungal infections are the second most common skin complication observed in skin clinics in the country. Consultant dermatologist Dr. Indira Kahavita said fungal infections were the second most common skin complication being reported from skin clinics. The doctor added that the recent spread of tinea could be termed as an epidemic as the organism causing the infection has changed in the last few years. The doctor added the tinea fungus shows resilience to most treatments. Dermatologists warn it is a worldwide issue and there are observations that this new species is causing infections in epidemic proportions, adding that was especially seen in South Asia. The doctor also notes that since the tinea infection was most likely to affect the areas that were considered as private, such as the groin and the armpits where sweat is collected, There is a warning that many patients were hesitant to seek doctors' recommendations but are purchasing over-the-counter OTC drugs from pharmacies without consulting a medical doctor. Former President Maithripala Sirisena has informed the CID that he will appear before them today to make a statement over his comments on the Easter Sunday bomb attacks. He made these remarks as the CID informed former President Maithripala Sirisena to provide a statement on the revelations he made on the 22nd of March regarding the Easter Sunday attacks. The former president has acknowledged his knowledge of the exact perpetrators behind the execution of the Easter Sunday attacks. Earlier, the Inspector General of the Police Deshabandhu Tennakone said that former President Maithripala Sirisena will provide a statement to the CID within the next 48 hours. Thereafter, a comprehensive investigation will be carried out based on the statement made.
The main news story is brought to you by Sinhala Mahatmya.
Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena says a gradual development program is being implemented by the government irrespective of the political party differences. The government plans to give equal priority to develop each area in the country. The minister alleged that one group which has not ruled the country is trying to throw mud on the government with various allegations. The gravity of the problem will be realized only by the people who have experience on this field. The country has slowly but steadily come out of the economic trap and the crisis. Those who do not understand the ground situation and people's problems will not be able to rule the country. The minister also said the present government is very cautious on giving promises to the common masses. Only practically possible missions are given as promises, the minister added.
The main news story was brought to you by Sinhala Mahatmya.
Watch Live is brought to you by
CIB Nivea offer. Valuable gifts and gift vouchers. 25% discount for bank cards till 10th of April. Visit CIB today. CIB revives once always.
The Sri Lanka Computer Emergency Readiness Team says there's an increased risk of individuals falling prey to ongoing scams and cyber fraud. The team says more people are desperately resorting to earning quick money and prey to ongoing scams. Senior Information Security Engineer Charak Damanupala of SLCert noted that several incidents relating to social media platforms such as Facebook, now known as Meta, and Messenger were reported, in addition to people spending money on pyramid schemes.
CIB Nivea offer. Valuable gifts and gift vouchers. 25% discount for bank cards till 10th of April. Visit CIB today. CIB revives once always.
Coming up, World News.
In world news headlines, Russia-Ukraine may intensify offensives following Moscow attack. 2 hospitals in southern Gaza remain besieged as ceasefire talks stall. Evergrande withdraws US Chapter 15 bankruptcy protection application. Russia and Ukraine say it may intensify their offensives following a terrorist attack on a concert hall in Moscow in a suburb on Friday. Russian President Vladimir Putin insinuated that Ukraine was involved in the mass shooting. Kiev flatly denies any connection to the attack. Ukraine's Air Force said on Sunday that Russia launched 57 cruise missiles and drones against the country and that it destroyed 43 of them. The Palestine Red Crescent Society says 2 hospitals in the southern Gaza Strip city of Khan Yunis are in danger as they remain besieged by Israeli forces. Israel said on Sunday that it had captured about 480 militants at Gaza's largest Al-Shifa hospital. The PRCS wrote on social media on Sunday that Israeli occupation vehicles are besieging 2 more hospitals, Al-Amal and Nasser, under very intense shelling and heavy gunfire. Chinese property developer Evergrande Group says it will withdraw the application for Chapter 15 bankruptcy protection which it filed with the US court last August. The heavily indebted developer has been discussing with creditors how to repay its foreign currency denominated debts since it filed for the protection. But the liquidation order made by a Hong Kong High Court in January made it virtually impossible for the company to implement the debt restructuring plan. And now the main points of the world news segment once again. Russia, Ukraine may intensify offensives following Moscow attack. 2 hospitals in southern Gaza remain besieged as ceasefire talks stall. Evergrande withdraws US Chapter 15 bankruptcy protection application.
Development News.
Due to various pressure from several political groups actively acting behind the scenes to stall a critical infrastructure project which will provide Sri Lanka with cheap renewable energy and cut our dependence on fossil fuels, government has removed 6 turbines belonging to wind power plants in Mannar and will also keep a 2-kilometre corridor for bird migration, the Power and Energy Minister Kanchana Wijesekara told the Parliament. According to the EIA report, meticulous planning has been undertaken to mitigate potential risks to migratory birds. Contrary to assertions, the report explicitly states that turbines will not be situated within the migratory birds' flight corridor.
Moving on with sports news.
Skipper Dhananjay De Silva and Kamindu Mendes replicated the outstanding performance by each scoring a century, putting Sri Lanka in a commanding position by the end of the third day's play in the first test against Bangladesh in Sylhet, Bangladesh yesterday. In their second innings, Sri Lanka amassed 418 runs, setting Bangladesh a challenging target of 511 for victory. With 2 days remaining and Sri Lanka in a commanding position, Bangladesh trailing by 464 runs with 5 wickets in hand faced a daunting task. Skipper Dhananjay De Silva and Kamindu Mendes were the standout performers. Despite losing night watchman Vishwa Fernando early in the first session, the duo displayed remarkable resilience, steering Sri Lanka's innings. After a shaky start at 126 for 6 wickets, Dhananjay and Kamindu forged a crucial partnership.
Go ekak tiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු හින හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all-new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IAM, a plan for your dream.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Reinforcing its leadership in the banking sector as bankers to the nation, the Bank of Ceylon clinched the SLIM Slim Kanta People's Banking Services Brand of the Year at the Slim Kanta People's Awards presented on March 19th. The bank's leadership in empowering the nation through digitalization, good governance, best practices, financial inclusion, sustainability initiatives, improving financial literacy, enabling savings and thrift, encouraging employability through entrepreneurship development and livelihood development, and building the SME sector are key strategic initiatives that sustained and stabilized the nation even during the recent economic crisis.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go ekak tiyana youth එකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු හින හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all-new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IAM, a plan for your dream.
And now in economic news, tourism reached the $700 million figure by the end of March, while foreign remittances were at $963 billion and earnings from tourism were at $687 million up to February. Earnings from tourism also showed a rapid increase on a year-on-year basis in February, with 2023 totaling $161.1 million and 2024 February more than doubling it to $345 million. During the year up to the 22nd of March 2024, the Sri Lanka rupee appreciated against the US dollar by 6.6%. For the first time after several months, it also lowered below the 300 rupee barrier.
Weather Report.
The Met Department says several spells of showers will occur in the eastern and Uva provinces. Showers or thunder showers will occur at several places in the western, Sabaragama, southern, central and northwestern provinces during the afternoon or night. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in the central, Sabaragama and the Uva provinces and in the Gala and Mathura districts during the morning. The general public is kindly requested to take adequate precautions to minimize the damages caused by temporary localized strong winds and lightning during the thunder showers. This weather report was issued at 4:30 a.m. Further details could be obtained by visiting the official website of the department. That was with the report, and now the headlines of this news broadcast once again. The President says new reforms are vital for the country's economic recovery. The midday meal program for grade 1 to 5 of government schools will commence today. The inaugural program will be held this morning at Narayanpeta at the Sujata Girls' School under the patronage of President Ranil Wickremesinghe. Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena says a gradual development program is being implemented by the government irrespective of the political party differences. State Minister Janaka Vakumbura says 50 tourist attraction sites sites will be developed in each local government area this year. Former President Maithripala Sirisena has informed the CID that he will appear before them today to make a statement over his comments on the Easter Sunday bomb attack. In news overseas, Russia-Ukraine may intensify offensives following Moscow attack. In sports news in cricket, Vishwa Dhananjaya Kamindu heroics edge Sri Lanka closer to victory. That concludes this news broadcast, and well, it's back to Abhishek Herat on the other side this Monday as well. Double morning shifts yesterday and today, and I'm sure more health tips today as well. Over to you, Abhishek.